Chasinglove on the beat. Produced by Chasinglove.
Owned by Chasinglove.
Speak on it. Speak on it.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, just
Own it. Own it.
Just a beat in the arsenal.
There it is.
One of like 50.
Do you ride around bumping your own stuff?
All the fucking time.
I love it.
All the fucking time.
I love that you have that confidence to do it.
I mean, if I can't bump it, why the fuck? How can I share it to
Very
the world?
true. Very fucking true.
Would you bump your own shit back in the day?
No.
No?
No. It's kind of weird to me. I'll bump it now for nostalgia, but no, it's pretty weird to me. It was weird to me then. Yeah.
Man,
cool.
I can't lie. If
Too
I
cool
made
to school.
music, I'd just be like Kiddo, probably just only me.
Yeah. I wish. That takes a lot of confidence. I love it though. Not saying that your music sucks. Your music's good.
Wow, I mean, I have to listen to it to know what sucks and what doesn't. I mean, you know, you can't listen. If you play your song and play the next one and the next one hits harder, then you know there's a problem with your song. So you go back to the drawing board to make sure that you get a song that hits just as hard as when you play the next one.
Yeah, that's true. I know everybody has their different kind of recording or different tactics to it all. Because a lot of people look at it like that, right? You put it out, you put out a shirt, you wear it a lot, you're over it. And you're like, oh, that just doesn't hit as hard as the last one.
That's true. I look at a lot of this shit like discography based though. Like I said, you play 10 for someone, it's gonna sound better than if you play 5. If you only got 5, you better have 5 great ones.
Yeah.
But then you still got to make more music. So you know, you have 5 great ones. You still gonna need a 6 and a 7 and an 8.
Wow.
That's not even an album.
And you probably get all the shitty ones out too. No.
Gotta get the shitty ones out. That's one thing people don't a lot of people don't realize. Like, you have to get your sucky work out. You have to. Like, it sucks, yeah, but you have to get it out. If you don't get it out, then you don't get better.
I feel like that's in everything too, because like you just almost have to like do something before you're comfortable with it at that level. It's mainly in music though, I think, but like music, you almost have to not waste that time, but put the time into these songs and beats. I'm assuming that no one's gonna hear to even get to that point to where someone's gonna hear. That's just crazy to me. It's almost like wasting. It's crazy, yo.
Bro, you're not
Get
lying,
you.
man.
I get it.
No, it's like I salute it almost like
Yeah.
Right,
like
this food crossed over my brain, dude. I was just like,
Make
but I
it
get it. It's just funny.
making music's not easy, man. Like, you have to put in work to walk out the studio unsatisfied. Like, then you got to go back into it the next day, and you might walk out unsatisfied again. You know, but like the third, fourth day, then you might get something. But if you never put in the first 3 days, you're not gonna get.
how many days have you been unsatisfied? Like the longest streak.
I'm on 27 years
bro.
straight.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
27 years straight.
Come on, yeah, 100. I mean, like, you don't. I have only 2 songs out. Like, I have about 50 in the tank, but it's like, it's that side. It has to be right, you know. But it doesn't have to be like right. But at least, like, I'm an idea guy. I make like 50 ideas, and then I'm gonna pick and choose which idea I'm gonna go back on, instead of just focusing on one fucking song. I don't have time for that.
Like,
You know.
all right, so we're making something, right? Music wise. Isn't it more kind of about like what other people think and not just you? Because you could think it's fire and you drop it and it just sucks.
See, and that's
That's
just
the thing. I feel like when you're making something, it's kind of about you, but at the same time, it's not about you.
damn.
Because you're selling a
Kiddo,
product.
shit, you guys got
Yeah.
I look at it yes and no. Dropping, I mean, you just have to. I feel like you just have to be self-aware of your music. You got to be self-aware of the songs you make, and then you got to also understand like what track's going to be for you and what track might not be for you. But you're not going to know. No one's going to know, like, that relationship between the artist and then the person listening. they're not gonna know until they actually like go on that first date. So you might have to listen to that song once and you might not like it, but you go again, they give you another one, and you be like, oh, I kind of like it. Then next you know it, after we both get acquainted on what you like of me opposed to what I'm making, then I'll be able to understand what it is that people like from me. But I don't know what no one likes from me yet. That's why I'm making so much fucking music because, well, you don't like this one, I'll play you another one. You don't like that one, I'll play you another one.
Yeah,
I've
always felt I'm on the borderline with that. I wish I could have did what Kiddo did. I wish I could sit there and crank out 50 ideas. Just me mentally, I can't do that. I feel that. I legit just cannot do that. My brain does not work that way. It doesn't operate that way. But so what you're saying, I guess that's what makes I don't know. It's kind of hard to put it because I don't really want to judge artistry, but great artists are themselves. And Absolutely. It's a reflection in the music.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I get it.
Is it okay to make music that you necessarily don't like?
I mean, essentially, it happens all the time.
Hey, I hear it all. That's why I asked. Right. I hear it all the time. Where I forgot what interview I was watching, but he basically was like, "Nah, man, I ain't listening. I listen to street shit." And who the fuck was it? Am I referencing?
I think Kanye said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kanye said that in Drink Champs.
But then you kind of look at it.
And Mikey Rocks too. He was another one. He said he listens to Chief Keef and some other Chirac, dude where it's real heavy drill shit. But
right,
you know the music he makes.
Yeah, no, but I mean, you look at people like Tyler. You listen to Tyler, and it's an epitome of himself. His music is himself.
Yeah,
and he's out here winning Grammys and selling out arenas.
Mm-hmm. I think it's kind of a thing where when you got it, bro, you got it.
Yeah, 100%.
And not everybody had that's why people are geniuses. Cause
but also a lot of those people kind of work their ass off still to get.
No, of course, but
takes a lot.
But I'm not knocking down the hard work but I'm just saying when you got it, bro, you got it,
100%.
You got it. But I don't know. Some people got it and don't know they got it though.
Always,
yeah.
David got it. He don't know he got it.
I definitely don't have it.
He got it. He
I definitely don't have it.
But I can get it. So one thing I will say though about like music, which like this weird perception now is maybe not weird perception, but you have so many people who put their personal imagery, and then they like make music to kind of like how can I say it? It's like, all right, you have a Trippie Redd. Now Trippie Redd. He came out like that. That's him. But when you end up finding another artist and he looks and acts exactly like Trippie Redd, then makes that style of music, the next thing you know, it's like you got these people I feel like not caught up with their personal image, but just an imagery, and then they make that. But like when you're just sometimes you can just be a regular ass dude and just make some wild ass music. Childish Gambino, I think he's a prime example of being like a regular dude in music.
Nah, he's a genius.
That's that 1% that's able to be themselves and make the music they like or they want.
That's what I'm saying. When you got it, you got it. Like, yeah, exactly.
Like you named Childish Gambino,
but that's where it's
Kanye.
You have to do it for yourself. If you don't do it for yourself, then you're not gonna make the music for yourself. If you do it for the imagery, like, oh, I'm gonna make emo rap and then I'm gonna look like an emo rapper, it's just like, well, then you already just put yourself in a box.
Okay, but I feel as if Childish Gambino's the exception to that. He's so good at acting and he's so good at writing and he just gets it, right? He gets it from that perspective. And I feel like, and I love Childish Gambino. I will die on that cross. I love Childish Gambino. I feel as if he adds that into his music as well, where it's not it is essentially a piece of him, but it is him picking up the script and taking on a different role. That's why you get different albums.
It makes sense.
But it's just because he's so good at doing that and he just gets it.
Yeah.
It translates well to movies, to music, to comedy.
Well, it's all a formula. Like sometimes I look at all this art shit like mathematics. Like once you kind of understand that, then that's endless possibilities. Endless possibilities when you kind of when you're looking at it like that.
What do you mean by that though? As far as like formulas and math.
All right. Well,
I think I view it almost opposite.
It's like, well, all right, you got house music. House music is going to be in like a 120 BPM. So say you wanted to change your style and make 120 BPM to 128 BPM of music. Now you can just work in that time frame, and then you can work with, maybe you just want to use this and this instrument, and you just want to use, all right, I'm gonna do all guitars. Now you can make 10, 20 songs in that, and that's it. Now you can move forward and be like, all right, I'm gonna go do some trap shit. Then you up it to like 140. Then you just make like 40 something songs in that. And you still got options. Now you be like, all right, we could go to some soul shit. We're gonna drop it down to 80 BPM. So it's like, technically, when you start, it's the same thing with like, I think movies and the writing. It's like, it's all mathematics. When you understand the description you're about to hit, then you can always continuously create.
I feel that.
That's
Yeah, now hear me out. I was thinking about this the other day because I heard the Nego album, which was really fucking tight. I was listening to the Nego album and I was thinking about Tyler, and I was really thinking, and it's kind of to bounce off what you're saying. So are we at the point where music isn't so, and I'm trying to find the right word, but as a sense, like the first word that's coming to my head is regional. If you're in the West Coast, you don't have to make West Coast music. But because you get the mathematics of everything else, if you're in the South, do you have to make South type of music?
Only if you get whatever music you're
not
right,
because you don't have to.
No, yeah, but do you have to make something that sounds similar or that kind of feels? Essentially, it's gonna come there because that's who you are, right?
Yeah. There's gonna of your environment,
right? There's gonna be hints of it all the time, but because you understand the mathematics, are you able to bounce around? So you get somebody like Tyler who can kind of bounce around and do the DMV sound. Yeah. He can kind of bounce around and do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Childish can do the same thing. But is it because they're just nerds of the music? They understand the mathematics of it all, where they can do everything?
That's exactly what it is. When you understand music in itself,
you can do it the right way.
You can do whatever you want.
Right, because at that point, you're just paying homage to different kind of regions.
But I feel like
when you're studying,
music nowadays is kind of universal. I don't think there's a sound anymore. I think it's just a new generation of artists.
I think those still
be art. I mean, it's like more, because back then, what you had East Coast, West Coast rap. You had the regions. It was different back then. Now it's like with everything, music, fashion.
It was emphasis back then. I feel like, it was, I'm from New.
But then again, now you have so many people wanting to do it, so you get more range, I guess.
Now with social media, you have people from LA wishing they had this culture. People from Atlanta wishing they're. Not just in a literal sense, but where you're not stuck in a region, because think about it, social media is that is what opens the door for all of us to have this knowledge right now, and we're referencing all this shit. And you think of the 80s or 90s, all they knew was their region.
All they knew was where they're at. Yeah.
So how would you even expect them to really even know what trap shit sounds like if they're not?
Yeah.
Right.
Let alone understand it, let alone enjoy it, let alone.
Most of the music was coming from like house parties and fucking cassettes, all the DJs.
Well, it's definitely different now because it's more accessible. So now now you have the tools to go ahead and to do that. Essentially, I feel like it'll never be the same because you're not necessarily from there. I think it does. There has to take that bit of homegrown, but I mean, there's always people who pay homage and go along that route. That sounds really well.
I feel like I noticed what the big difference was between then and now. It's not so much necessarily the internet.
Technology, right? I want to say technology.
Nah. So when a lot of people were making music back in the day, they were taking it from the garage to the studio straight to the people. Then you write, and then when you go straight to the people, and this is why Atlanta strives, because Atlanta gets to make music go straight to the strip clubs. So now they're getting real personal perception of how people are like gravitating towards the music. Then they get to go back to the drawing board. That's why I feel like they get to stay in control. You got a lot of the old school hip hop. They make it and then they go straight to the streets. They bumping it with the people. So they know what the people want and they get to go back to it. Nowadays, and I think this is kind of where the West Coast kind of falls off. No one's like, we're not making music and taking it to somewhere and creating a culture off that music and vibe. I think like Odd Future did that, and then I think, TDE, I think they had that a little bit. They were from the music straight to doing like little shows and stuff. But nowadays in this new age, you don't really have that, since you get to go straight to upload to the internet. And then when you upload to the internet, well, it's there forever, and you may get a few comments or you may not. But it's different from like taking it to a physical, we just finished this, we about to go to a crowd. they all about to hear this, and now we gonna know what people fuck with, and they don't. Then they go back to the drawing board and they get to fixing all that. That kind of got wiped out. So like I think the quality of music got wiped out with that.
Even more so now after the past 2 years with, everyone staying home and shit.
Yeah.
Artists were still releasing music.
Right.
Without 2 years of shows. People are barely going on shows now. So
Yeah.
you're right.
It's very important to be able to have like that
think
that culture to be like, oh, these people are coming here to hear this artist and their music. That'll be tight to kind of like create some shit like that.
But Atlanta's a great. I mean, they probably dominate. Excuse me. They probably dominate music
They
dominate hip hop predominantly now, which is really tight. But it's just kind of like how I was saying before. Future's gonna do Future, and Drake can jump on some Future stuff, but it'll never sound like some Future on Future.
Nah.
Like that's just Atlanta. You're never gonna get that sound because Drake's never gonna get that real Atlanta sound, or he's never really gonna get that true Houston sound. ASAP could have never got that real Houston sound because he's not from Houston.
That's actually another city, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, big up Houston. I kind of think like between Houston and Virginia, man, that's probably like where my favorite style of sounds came from. Like when I really had to sum it up as I got older, like a lot of that UGK shit, a lot of the fucking UGK was Texas, right? UGK was Houston. Yeah. Not only that, also you fucking Memphis, Project Pat and all them, and then like Pharrell, Timbaland and all that, but they all had like that southern greedy bounce and that shit. And I had to realize like later down the line, like, oh, this the shit that I naturally gravitated to without knowing.
All that
without knowing
culture and that like musical culture and that
Yeah.
those parts, like how could you not thrive? You have so much. You know I'm saying they sample a lot of like older shit that like
You talking about Houston?
like those areas, like the South areas. I mean, shit, that's kind of where you could say music kind of, blossomed.
You hear a lot of artists say they get inspired by Houston, music, whether they're chopping it or just the tempo of it.
Yeah,
that's underrated, low key. I haven't thought about that.
I seen like some shit on Twitter where some guy made he's on a computer and he sounded like Quavo. I don't know if you've seen that. Like that shit's crazy.
Where he imitates
and it's like he just made a beat.
Oh yes, yeah, he does that for hella artists, and
that's crazy.
It's spot on.
It's like, do you think like it's just
it's the mathematics? Yeah,
mathematics.
He figured out the equation.
No, that's crazy.
But I mean, all it is, man. A lot of those dudes, man, a lot of engineering, a lot of set of plugins. They're using a lot of certain things that will get you that sound.
Okay.
Especially Amigo sound, where he does a lot of like Quavo Takeoff, like, especially their sound.
You can't even tell.
Well, that's what the internet made now, and that's the difference. Another thing with music right now is it's so formulaic, it's so mathematical that you can literally just go on YouTube, find your equation, and you just solve your problem.
You think it's like,
but that doesn't create personal
artistry. Yeah, of course.
I will say, like, from my own, it's not an axe, but I'm gonna give it from my own personal point of view. I avoided taking like the normal route. Like David knows, bro. He's heard my music since the beginning of it. This shit was terrible, but I was taking a different route.
Wasn't that bad?
It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't great.
And what do you mean by different route, though?
I wasn't sampling.
Oh, okay. You're just making
so you're talking about
your
producing
own beats,
then?
Straight your own beats?
Yeah. So I was just trying to actually learn how to manipulate the sounds and like kind of come up with my own sound. So like, granted, time over here. That's why no one's heard anything of me. It's like that. It's because I'm still perfecting creating that. And I'm at a better spot now than I was then. But doing that allowed me to find my own personal artistry. Opposed to taking now a lot of artists can just go on and be like, well, I want to sound like Omar Apollo. Next week they sound like Omar Apollo. And then but they never found their own artistry. They just I just know how to make a bunch of Omar Apollo songs. And then they might figure out how to make a Juice WRLD song. Like, and then they may know how to figure out how to make like a fucking Trippie Redd song. And now you have
think
all
that
these
shit,
people
you think that
like
shit
that.
just kills music? It just makes it boring and just like fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a PSA real quick. Young kids, stop making bedroom pop. I'm tired of hearing it. There's bedroom pop everywhere. I hate it. Let the people who do it best do it well. I'm tired of hearing it.
And those that do it well are a lot of people don't understand. Those are trained musicians.
Yes.
And like those are trained musicians. They also get band members when they get like blow up out the bedroom, and they got trained older dudes, older women who's been playing this instrument and nothing but this instrument for like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
You can't really compete.
I love you guys. Keep making music, keep doing all that stuff, keep getting creative. I love it. Just find your own lane. It's not bedroom pop. I promise you.
So I got a question. I got a question as someone who listens to music, you know, the whole life, not necessarily makes it. So it's for you guys, or, you know, Hudson, you probably could relate to what I'm saying. Not relate, but where does the line get crossed in regards to someone getting out of their lane to make a Juice WRLD song, or that song that Juice WRLD made inspired me? That's the argument everywhere nowadays as far as ripping off a sound or, oh, no, I was inspired. So where does that line get crossed for you?
For me, that line gets crossed because if you really listen to the lyrics, if you sound like someone and your words sound like someone, you have fully copied someone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you're inspired, you still have your own touch.
Yeah, like we have our own.
Yeah.
You're gonna make music about what you do, right? If you make music, you should make music about what you do. You should make music about and your language should reflect in your music, like the way you talk, the way you speak, the way you hold yourself. That should reflect in your music. So if you start making music and you come in here and you start saying cap, and you start saying,
like it's like when you get to that,
and you start saying all these words that we know that people in middle of the country is using these words, but you're from out here, you've totally just stole someone's personality.
And you should know from like the hack community, you see that all the time. Dudes out here copy like the slang in the East Coast, and it's corny. That's when you know the lines cross. When it sounds corny, it's like, bro.
So
like,
now explain to me someone who is inspired by something without it being corny or ripped off.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't really
So
think
now-
of anybody at the top of my head.
Well, like
Rocky.
who was that?
I mean, Rocky.
With who?
Houston.
I mean, with the Houston sound when he first came out, but he still kept his New York lingo.
So you could say
Yeah.
that mixtape was inspired by Houston.
It was a sound. You know, it was the sound. I think it was the chopped and screwed, slow trap type sound. You know,
So you're
like,
saying it's more
you
of
can
the
imitate. You can always imitate another environment through the sound. You can't emulate people's personalities.
perfect.
I think-
exactly.
yeah.
Right there, he hit it on the spot.
I know another big one that you always talk about, kiddo, is Tyler and Travis. You always say that Travis is somewhat influenced by what Tyler did
100%.
as far as the early rage and the hardcore stuff. But essentially, he's not making that same kind of music.
no.
He's just kind of taking that influence.
But you can. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like you
Twisting
can
it into his
tell
own.
when you're inspired and you're just straight
Yeah.
copying. Like you can tell
course.
it's just in the art you throw out.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know,
you
it's like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you can. It's like talking to somebody out on the street. You know when someone is genuine. You know when someone's not. It's just it's hard to explain. It's just a feel.
It's like you want to go ahead.
Sorry, it's like for you. We like clothes. You can tell when someone has all the fly stuff and they do not look cool. You know, it's like you're
Yeah.
copying somebody, bro. But you can't. It's not your personality. You're throwing some shit you see on from someone else wearing. You don't throw your twist into it. You're a mannequin. You know, it's just mannequin. It doesn't look good.
It's
Same
like
shit with music.
It's not a knock. It's just a step in the process.
yeah.
Like you have to do that, right? The early process of it. Speaking for music, you have to. A lot of early music, people who start making music, it's a lot of copy and copy and copy and copy and copy. You need to copy things to go. That's how you practice and sharpen your tool. And then from there, you kind of start adding your own flavors. So I feel like with the clothes, like when you start seeing these younger kids and they're dressed just like Travis or just like ASAP, and everybody's wearing like
Babushkas.
babushkas.
yeah.
and
With no
stuff like-
hair.
yeah, and you're like, we live in LA, bro. It's not that cold, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yes, facts.
but you got to do all that stuff to kind of get your own style, to kind of get your own feel for things. It's just a step in the process, man.
yeah, but I think at the end of the day, the best advice is to learn the fucking music and then throw your personality in the fucking music, or learn your art and then throw your personality in the art. If you don't throw your personality in the art, then you're just gonna have someone else's personality at heart. You can use someone's stuff as a study guide.
So just be you.
100%.
I don't think it was a babushka. I think it's a balaclava or baklava.
Baka, yes.
Yeah, something like that.
What is that?
That's
That's
the
the
ski mask.
Yeah, that's it. It's like the ski
okay,
mask.
okay, yeah, I get you.
Like a
The
baklava.
babushka's the head wrap.
Yeah, I think.
Oh my god, I can't stand those fucking ski masks, dog. 2020 hitting everybody wanted to be a fucking bank robber.
Can you wear them if you're running? And it is cold.
Yeah, because I wear mine when I'm running in the morning.
Oh, there's no knock to you, Reggie.
And no one sees me wearing it.
There it is.
Who has it on with 2 hits on?
He's like, no one sees
Don't
me.
Okay, so you
gravitate
can't wear
no
it for a
attention
fashion
to
statement?
yourself, bro.
No
Cut
fashion
the ski
statement?
mask. If you're not skiing,
Now, if I was in New York in January and it was snowing, I'm trying to get a fit off. Yeah, I might pull it on. I can't lie.
We say the same thing right
Sorry,
now.
kid.
There's no sun in here, and you're wearing sunglasses, bro. Come
Yeah,
on.
wow, bro.
That's his personality, though.
Yeah, that's his personality.
There you
I'm
It's a
glad
step in the process.
I'm glad you got
well,
new
yeah.
glasses.
Once again,
though.
I'm pretty sure everyone is. If you ever see me, it's always been glasses on my face.
You just missed that step while making an outfit. Just take off the glasses, man.
part of the fit. No, I get it.
No, I'm just kidding. It looks
Part of the
cool.
fit.
I like it.
It's not even part of the fit.
Babushka.
I've been wearing glasses my whole life, so I'm just used to having them on my face.
Oh, deep. That was deep.
They just come. I just come like this, man.
Sheesh.
It's a wake
I woke-
up.
yeah, yeah,
Glasses.
literally, I
Go to
woke
sleep,
up like
Glasses. Eat glasses.
Pour up.
Glasses.
Yeah, and I'm fucking tired of shit. So,
It's Kiddo 6.0. Kiddo 6.0.
so while we on top of the music, who's been bumping what? Who's been someone's favorite artist this past year, past month? Who's
Yeah,
been
so-
in heavy rotation?
Someone
Each
put
of
me
us.
on. Put me on to some new shit, David.
Whoa. Whoa. Can we talk about the Cool Kids album?
She was sick.
It was tight now.
That was sick.
I know we like semi talked about it in the group chat, but we can talk about it now.
I really thought it was good.
Yeah.
The more you play it, the better it gets.
They had that little speaker box Love Below feel to it.
Wait, are we talking about the first one or
can I
part
say-
1, 2, or 3?
We're all- everything. Yeah,
I liked it all, dude.
Can I say something about that speaker box love
Go,
below process?
Go.
Can we just let Outkast have that and like leave it for all the people that are duo rap groups? Like, can we not?
They're paying homage.
And who else has done it? Unless I'm out
Really?
of the
Yeah, I
loop.
know,
I
for
don't
us.
know any other group that's done it.
And even if there was groups that did it, I'd rather have the Cool Kids do it than
If-
a lot of other people. So I give them a pass.
Exactly. They almost deserve. I mean, you
Yeah.
hear the difference in sounds.
Dude, come on. They had their influence on a lot of people.
Oh,
The Cool Kids
of course,
are
of
like
course, of course.
the Cool Kids are literally the Cool Kids, bro.
Yeah.
The name, yeah. They're the
Come on.
only ones that would deserve that
So
name.
if anybody was gonna copy Outkast, let it be them, bro. Because that was a good album.
No, I understand that, but I feel like that they could just did it as solo albums. They could have dropped the solo Cool Kids album and dropped two.
'Cause
separate.
I think if they would have dropped the solo albums,
They-
it just
no,
would have gone
yeah.
over everybody's
Yeah.
head and nobody really like would have paid
Because
attention to it.
Mikey
as much.
Rocks has dropped his solo stuff and it doesn't get the love it deserves. When you drop it together, you get the Cool Kids together. Oh, they drop something,
Yeah.
and they did. They're
That's 'cause
smart.
probably-
They were
that's
really
'cause- That's
smart.
because Mikey's probably making mad dough outside of music.
Oh yeah,
What?
of course. Maybe. Well, we don't-
From what?
I feel like
if you
both of them
listen
are.
to Mikey's bars, he's giving you game on how to make
yeah,
money.
he
Yeah,
be
that's
talking.
true.
He be talking real shit.
Like, that's
Hey,
what-
no, but if they put out solo albums, are we talking about it right now?
Fuck yeah, bro. Mikey. so
Nah,
that's-
because Mikey Rocks has
No,
dropped
no,
albums.
I don't think so.
I listened to it, but who else? does?
we
one
would
did.
as music
did any of
fans.
y'all,
Yeah.
did y'all listen to the Window of Opportunity?
I have that.
Yeah,
I like that
hell
album.
yeah.
That's a good
Bro.
album. But who talked about it? no one that's listening to this knows that album,
But
bro.
no one's even really talking about the Cool
We're the
Kids
first
album
podcast
like
to
that.
talk about
But
it.
then again, yeah, bro. But I'm saying the Cool
Hey, you
Kids
heard
though,
it here first.
like the
And
Cool Kids though.
that's the problem, man.
But that's the
it
thing,
needs to be
though.
more people fucking with the Cool Kids.
Music is different now because look where we grew up. Look where I grew up. Ain't nobody know who the Cool Kids are.
No,
Okay,
but I'll
wait,
tell you the
hold
difference.
on.
Music is
To
different,
combat-
but I don't think they're marketing it the way they want to. I don't think they care to take because they already get the cultural respect.
Yeah, but they had no other audience. I think they dropped that for the people who been fucking with them since the beginning.
That's true.
Because those are kind of the artists where like they know they're big, but in a community.
But I think they also know if they really wanted to, they can run a, they can run a full campaign.
Okay,
They
wait.
can run a campaign. They could do, but they'll have to take a label deal and take fun and do all that. I don't think they want to do that.
Let me-
It makes sense. That makes sense.
Let me pull out these old head badges and just hand them out to all of us. The Bake Sale came out 14 years ago.
That's crazy. That shit's still
Almost
fire.
15 years ago. Yeah, let's just be real. We might be one of a handful of people who still talk about the Cool Kids. So,
Dude, 15.
yeah, almost 15 years ago.
15 years ago, I was listening to good music.
Yo, some baby's planning her quinceañera right now, bro.
That's
When the
crazy.
Bake Sale came out.
Oh my god, we're talking about the Cool Kids as if they're
Yeah,
fucking.
we're talking about the Cool Kids like it's 2011, bro. Let's just be real honest.
And it's crazy how I was so hyped when they were announcing they're driving something, bro.
It's that nostalgia, man,
Yeah,
and that's
crazy.
why
I
it
don't know.
doesn't.
I look at it like they can still fucking. They can still. I feel like they can still have that moment where they run shit, festival runs.
No,
and
they could.
all- I just don't
They
think
could.
they want to. That's what like.
Well,
that's
I don't know
another thing with
because
a lot of
aren't they
music and
performing
artistry.
aren't they performing at what's that shit called?
I don't know, dude.
They are performing, right?
I want to put them. I feel like to us, and I'm gonna speak on behalf of us. I feel like to us, they sit on this top tier category, right? Because of the nostalgia and because of how it made
Exactly.
you feel at the point in time. Chuck's productions, Mikey's raps.
Yep.
But realistically, and I know you felt it too, kiddo. You've seen Chuck English in an empty room, perform for an empty room. I've seen Chuck English perform for an empty room as well.
That hurt. That kind of hurt me as a fan.
In
But
a
that's what I'm saying. It's like
room.
it's like
It only
a,
hurt me as a fan because I realized how many fake fans there were out there.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it to shit on the Cool Kids. I love the Cool Kids, but just realistically in
But I mean,
2022,
it shows we showed up to the show. And no
yeah,
one else
exactly,
did.
exactly. But in 2022, like, who's really expecting it? The album's tight. I love the album, but like, who really is expecting it?
I mean, back to the nostalgia point. Like, I think I told you guys off camera, but for me, the nostalgia is almost everything and everything I like. So naturally, this album could be better than the Bake Sale. Yeah, it was, right? Everyone agrees that it was
Yeah.
better than the Bake Sale, but for me, it wasn't better than the Bake Sale. You get me?
Yeah.
Just because me thinking back, oh my God, that was the first time I got introduced to this, and that, and it was the first time it was rappers not rapping about guns and shit, right?
dude, and that's why I love
and it
Cool
was,
Kids,
oh
bro.
my God, bro, they're
Yeah.
dressing like what? They're on what? They're riding what?
No, that's true.
Tyler the Creator and the Cool Kids are easily some of the most influential artists to all of our like millennial generation.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
come when we talk about it, like how come no one talks about it though? That's
Well,
what's
because-
interesting.
Because I don't think
But-
people know how to talk about it.
Because
But
I'll
then-
see a tweet with like
Yeah.
hella retweets and likes about, oh, the Cool Kids deserve their flowers, da da da. It's like going back to what you said. Yo, Chuck English was at down the street in an empty room. Like, what you guys mean liking and retweeting?
that's
this
what-
That's
shit?
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Somebody's gonna retweet it, and then the album's
you-
gonna drop the same
look
day
at-
as Donda,
yeah, yeah.
and be like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm gonna go listen to Donda."
But but
Like it just
that's what I'm saying. The Cool Kids they have their community and they know I'm dropping this album, not for everybody because I know we don't get to everybody, but for the people who've been fucking with us from the beginning and know our music, that's why we dropped this album. And I feel like that was cool with them. They didn't need to get millions of dollars on that. Them dropping the album just for the people who know, like us motherfuckers talking about it. That's what they dropped the album for, not for like the new random fans, you know? They dropped that shit for the people who were like, have been, listening to them forever, dude, 15 years ago. That's why I was like, the album was so good. Like, it's,
No, almost fire. And Chuck even talked about getting Teddy's Red Tacos on Whittier.
That's
That was tough.
Bar. That was the
But
best bar on there.
Chuck was giving all types of LA eatery bars.
Well, Chuck's in LA, dude.
Is he like a
LA
chef too?
dude.
Is he like
LA
a chef
dude.
too?
I think
Chuck's
that's
an LA
honestly. I'm
dude.
not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a hot ass buck. I'll be real with you. I think the Cool Kids didn't take off the way they like. I'm not gonna say they should have because they did what they did. But LA's a dead zone if you're not playing that pop card. And if they stayed in Illinois and they stepped to that culture, because now
Well,
you
Chuck's
had,
from Detroit, no?
Yeah, they're from Detroit.
yeah, but Mikey's from Chicago, and I think Chuck went over to Chicago when they was doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, think about Smino. Think about like all the Chicago rappers that still have their.
Well, Semino's
Their
from
clout.
St. Louis.
But he also went to Chicago when he popped too. A lot of them went up. They all consider that Midwest area. They all end up going to
They all
Illinois
just rep the same shit.
because I think that's the biggest city close to like all those surroundings. So they go up to Chicago. If they ran that culture, they would have had that culture. But they end up letting Chief Keef and all those artists come in and take over that culture. And they came to LA where all of our favorite artists ends up being blog era legends. Except for like, I mean, Tyler and TDE. But once again, they technically went the pop route.
Yeah, that Chicago scene was really dope at one time. I mean, you had Early Chance,
Yeah.
Vic.
Yeah.
Now I think,
But once again,
Saba,
you got
Joey
Chuck
Purr.
English all over those beats too. Not early. Wasn't
Yeah,
he was
that's
doing
true.
he was doing a lot of Chance stuff early on.
Yeah, he was on 10 Day.
Uh-huh.
Chuck was on a handful of stuff.
Yeah.
Thinking back, just feel like he gets sprinkled. His production will get sprinkled on
Yeah.
a random thing you're listening to. It's like, oh shit, and you know the sound.
And
That's
I think-
that's like you kind of categorize it as like underground in a way.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Like Chuck went to produce, like as a legend. Chuck is always going to be a producer, like a legendary producer. He's been on a lot of tracks, so like his career grew producing. And Mikey's a nerd, you know. Mikey didn't probably give a fuck about pop rap and shit like that. So that's as far as that was going to go. You know, Chuck kept doing mad people shit on beats, and Mikey. I mean, when the rapper wants to stop and you're producing, I mean, it's like, well, fuck. What do? You go produce for a buddy.
Yeah.
When, you know, in Chuck
Yeah.
lanes, you go find other people to produce for.
Yeah.
Mikey didn't want to rap like that. He just wanted to be on his own shit. You know, big nerd. He handled the shit he wants to do. You know, it's too insightful. He's like, fuck this industry shit.
But it's crazy though, because when you listen to Mikey Rock's single shit, that shit's like that shit's
I like
crazy good.
I like
bro.
his
Just insane.
I like
Crazy
his
good.
solo shit low key better than.
Because truthfully, it's just B-Bucks, man. Let's keep it a buck. Like, I fucking love Chuck's producing, but he's going to throw you in a box. There's only so much that Mikey can do on a Chuck beat.
Yeah.
for so-
Yeah, but that
for
says
so
a lot
long.
about production too. Because then you, I'm talking about it in a good way. Because
Yeah.
essentially, if you're a producer who's like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you me," and you're gonna jump on my kind of beat, it's like, oh, I respect you enough that I would
Yeah.
love to like do something to your kind of style.
Yeah.
When I know a lot of the times it's catered more towards the artist, where they're just like, oh, well, this fits me. When you hop on a Chuck beat,
Yeah.
you're hopping on a Chuck
You're
beat.
hopping on
So you're
Yeah.
saying Mikey's adapting to him? Like, yo, you're
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
I'm
100%.
gonna do this for okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think he
see
has
that.
that too. Kind of, he kind of plays both sides, where it's like, oh, I can jump in the cool kid stuff, and I know how to give cool kid stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I know how to jump in my own stuff, and I know
Banco,
how to
Banco.
give my stuff. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
Banco.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
No, you could. Yeah, that's very true.
And it's like, one thing that I was happy with Chuck, though, is like, especially with his side of the project, is Chuck beats are wonderful with R&B singers.
Oh yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah, that's all
Uh-huh.
what Jameson is.
I like
Yeah.
the what is it? The hair down. That one was a good one.
Yeah, you sent, I
That
sent
shit
that.
was
yeah.
fire, dude.
You sent that, and I played it. I was
Yeah,
like,
that shit's so good.
I didn't get to it because you know.
But
it's
I'm going
later
to
in
just
the album.
stand by it, though. Mikey's side of the tape, to me, was good, but his windows of opportunity, big kind of shitted on his half of the Cool Kid side. But when they did it all together, the main album, I thought he gave like his best on the main
Yeah.
album. No, I thought he kind of gave his reserves on that kind of solo part. Like, it was cool, but I feel like he was very like reserved. You know,
Yeah, I can
I
hear
feel like
that.
they were extras.
Yeah,
While
Nah,
Chuck's
I
side
guess,
was more
It
like
probably could have been. And Chuck probably has all that. I just feel like Chuck
Because-
has a
but
lot
then
of
again,
shit.
If you
that's
really
the-
think about
that's-
it, Mikey's holding up on the actual Cool Kids problem, not the separate solos. Mikey's holding up the whole project, technically. You know, production wise, Chuck's gonna do what he does. That's when you're a producer rapper. You gotta, unfortunately, you own that. Like, my bars may not be all the best on this, but remember, nigga, who did the beat?
Yeah.
Right. So it's like,
He's always gonna be good.
Yeah.
So it's like Mikey did what he needed to do on a Chuck beats, you know, with Chuck on the back, say out their thing. But on the solo album, Chuck was like, all right, I'm gonna just play the producer. Gave us all the R&B singers. That shit was fresh. And then Mikey's side was just like, well, we kind of didn't technically need a Mikey solo because that's technically the main
What
Cool
the
Kids
main
album.
shit was.
Or yeah, that's true. Or they could have added that shit on the main one.
Yeah,
I think
once
again,
again,
what they
I
did-
said the main one could have been skimped the fuck down
Yep.
and been
Yeah.
a great ass
They-
album.
They for sure could have trimmed the fat.
They could have trimmed the fat. A lot of, and that's
Especially if they're coming
You
with the second type
Yeah.
thing, they could have for sure.
You think they just
tightened
put
that
the
shit up.
songs? They could have switched some songs for the first one and put them on the second one, like kind of like just switched it around and made it probably flow better. Because I get it, I get what you mean. Mikey's part doesn't suck, but it doesn't go with the R&B. It's like I get it, it's two different albums, of course.
It's a speaker.
Yeah,
You know?
but I don't know. Like I feel like they could have at least mixed them together to where it flows better. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making
Speaker
sense.
Box and Love Below is, I mean, I know Andre is an instrumentalist, right?
I hate that his dreads. That shit pissed me off. Why does everybody have to have dreads?
What you gotta say?
Say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta say.
Back on.
What were we saying though? You have to lead up to it. I can't just.
You said
throw it
how
out
you
there.
didn't like Blast.
I didn't. No, I don't know. I didn't say that. I'm not saying I didn't like them. I'm just saying once you hear their music,
No,
you hear,
off
once you hear
camera
one song.
you said you don't like Blast.
You don't
Oh,
like
that was off
Blast.
camera.
You
I'm
said
gonna
that.
lie to the camera. I never said that. Cameras. I never
Off
said
camera,
audience.
he don't like Blast, and you also said someone else sucks really bad.
No, who? I didn't say no one else sucked bad. I said
Dreadhead a homie from North Carolina.
no. I didn't say you sucked. I just said
What happened?
when
What'd
you
you
hear
say?
one J. Cole song, you heard them all.
One more time for
That's
the
all
camera.
I said.
Will you hear
But
what?
I didn't say
Will you
you
hear
sucked.
what?
Say it to the camera.
Please
PSA.
look at the camera and tell him. Look at the camera and tell
I
him.
would be that one unlucky motherfucker who gets put on his Instagram and everybody's shitting on me, bro. I get tomatoes thrown at me wherever I go.
Say it. Say it. Say it with your chest. Say it with your
I
chest.
said.
No, in the mic. In the mic.
I said. You hear one J. Cole song, you heard them all. Okay?
Yo, you're gonna get a text from Matt.
I'm not saying he sucks though, but
No,
look
but-
it, I'm not saying he sucks. To
But
me, that's what I feel like. I could listen to him, but I'm just like,
But
It's
earlier,
actually a great conversation. We can
er-
get into the J. Cole conversation.
earlier
actually.
you said
I like his earlier music. It sounds different, and then all this
I
shit
got
sounds
you.
the same.
I got you. Look
Oh my god! All
at,
right.
look at, no.
I think
Listen,
Reggie's
listen,
trying to-
listen.
Hey, Reggie's throwing the buoy. He's trying to save you, bro.
Yeah, look at.
Yeah.
Nah, actually, I'm not.
No, he's not. You can tell he was already rubbing his hands
I
together.
thought about like, wait, am I? Nah, look at. Earlier we are talking about biting, right?
Ooh.
You're biting. You know, copying somebody.
Oh, okay,
getting
biting.
inspired, right?
Biting.
And
He
that's
was about to go off on the
that-
gas prices. He said Biden.
I was like,
He said,
Biden.
Biden? He's like, don't even get me started.
This is my thing. This is what frustrates me. When people copy or actually when people get inspired and get out of their lane, you're copying. Oh, stay in your lane. That's not you. When people stick to what they do, oh my God, it's the same shit over and over.
No,
it's
I
the
didn't
same
say that.
shit over and over.
Because some people do.
So
They
you
do
want
it.
you want Cole to? Well, you said every song sounds the same. So is that
nah.
a salute? Like, damn, he's staying in his bag. He's
Yeah,
doing
it's
what
like
he's doing?
both. It's like, all right, I'm not saying he sucked. You guys are making me say that. I just said to me, I'll listen to one and I'll be like, all right, cool. J. Cole's dope. Like, he's a good lyricist. but I'm not.
He's dope.
But I didn't say that. But I never said he sucked. That's the thing.
No. But I just feel like that's
But
a
I'm just
negative.
saying, I only have like 3 songs in my.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Can you pull up your Apple Music? And
Yeah,
see
I don't have
see
like
how
a lot
many
of J.
songs
Cole.
you have liked by J. Cole.
I probably have the shit that was on the radio, and that's about it.
He has the song with Trey Songz. He
Nah,
has.
bro, come on. You know
Can't
my
Get
music
Enough.
is not that bad.
No.
I think I have like a
Can't
good
Get
musical
Enough.
taste, or I can say shit like that.
He has
and
Workout,
just stick
Can't
by
Get
it.
Enough.
I don't know.
and,
So I as a person who used to be a J. Cole hater advocate,
I'm not saying
I was one of them. No, I was one of them. I'm saying
not
I was
hating
one of
on
them.
him. I'm just saying, to me, it's just it's all the
And
same.
my,
Like, it's
my
cool,
problem with
whatever.
Cole was he didn't step out of himself. And then when he dropped the KOD album and he finally like stepped out of himself to me and showed a whole nother character,
You saluted it.
finally had to.
Yeah, bro can rap his.
He can
ass
That's what I'm
off.
saying.
ass
Okay,
off,
did I not
man.
say that?
No, I just took
I'm
it.
not
I
saying-
take
no,
like
no,
every
'cause-
song sounds the same as like a negative connotation.
Nah,
like,
to me, it's
what-
just not. It just doesn't like
Yo,
hit me.
Hudson's fits, they're always the same.
Yeah,
know.
it's
Like,
fire, yeah, fire.
I shouldn't have locked that shit up for you. I knew you were gonna get that shit.
Anyway, I'm just saying, he just doesn't get played in my car a lot. It's just not me. Like I don't.
Hold that. What do you play in your car?
I was
What's
like
your
a lot.
soundtrack?
You know why too?
What's
Because I
your
like a lot
soundtrack?
of like R&B soul kind of music. So that's what it is. Maybe.
Give me, if I'm in your car on a car ride to San Francisco, what are the 3 artists I'm listening to with you?
Anything I play. I'm not gonna tell you. It could be
Bruh.
anything. It could
Tell
be from.
me.
It could
Come
be
on.
from like old shit from like fucking Michael Jackson to
Okay.
Mary J.
There we go.
Blige
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fucking
I'm trying to just
shit
get
like
some
that.
shit out
Let
of
me go.
you.
Let me see my
I
library.
cannot imagine you listening to like Michael Jackson in the car.
I do. Hey, I have with the windows down, smoking my flume.
I can't picture it.
Why
I
not?
cannot.
Hey, I
Kiddo, I'm gonna ask you that question.
Like Terrence Martin, shit like that, like music, like slow stuff like that. Where I like hip hop, you know, like shit like that.
Kiddo, if I'm going on a road trip with you, what are some albums you playing for me?
Bro, you're just gonna be hearing the
if-
triangle. It's gonna be the triangle.
Yes, crystals in the
Hey.
Ominous sounds. It's just
crystals
Hey.
in the cup holders.
It's gonna be fucking.
we gonna catch a
for real
vibe.
though.
We gonna windows down. Slap. Is it a crime? Sade.
Okay.
Yeah, see,
Or
like
slap
shit like that.
You know,
see?
we gonna go over. We may slap a little bit of.
Kid was about to tell you, he's like, I got 50 songs on deck. You better listen to all 50 of mine. That's what we slapping. That's what we're slapping.
Look, I ain't gonna lie, man. I was coming back from Vegas one day, and I was able to play my music nonstop all the way from Vegas back home.
Sheesh.
That was actually pretty impressive for me.
I low key have dreams of that.
your own music?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
cool.
dope.
What about you, Reggie? We're on a trip to Vegas.
They think it's gonna be playing J. Cole the whole time. The same song.
Nah.
It's the whole album, bro. It's the whole album.
Nah, for one, I'm an album dude. Like, it's so hard for me to make playlists. I know you might be the opposite. I see you always with playlists and
Yeah.
shit. And I wish I could be like that. But that's why I gravitate towards, let me listen to someone's playlist. But shit.
But
If I'm driving, if I'm whipping, I'm listening to Larry June. For one. Some shit on shuffle just because that's the kind of vibe and like shit I'm on right now.
Bro, but like,
Shout out Larry Jones.
it's crazy because I be playing like old stuff that my dad used to play, like EPMD
Wait,
and shit like that.
don't you listen to Larry June, Hudson?
Yeah, I like Larry June. He's quite
So
a player
how do
too.
you talk about once you hear one J. Cole song, you heard him
Oh,
all?
but
That's
I'm
the
just saying,
same
I'm just
shit as
saying, yeah,
Larry
Larry
June.
June does too, but it's
And-
cool. But
that's
it's cool.
just, but
It's
see,
cool.
that's where it depends on the
Because-
artist,
yeah,
where if it's cool
see,
or not.
It hits me like see, you like the lyrics because you're into music. I like it because I like Larry June because he just cool.
The vibe.
He
It's
like
a
makes
vibe.
the
It's a
he brings
lifestyle.
all-
He's-
yeah, it's like
yeah,
he
he's
brings all the
portraying the
fashion and
lifestyle.
shit. You like the mathematics of fucking music.
Nah,
Like, you listen to a
Larry
song
June
and
is
you-
fresh. Larry June is fresh, and I like that he didn't. He did his thing in the Bay without taking the normal Bay sound. But
Yeah. See, but like I can't break down the music
he's
like, oh,
the
he
Bay-
recorded that
he's
on
the
this
Bay-
type of
he's
equipment.
You like
the
the
Bay Area
mathematics.
Dom
Yeah.
Kennedy. He's a Bay Area
Yeah.
Dom
Kiddo
Kennedy.
got Einstein's greatest hits.
Look,
Yeah.
He's the Bay Area Dom Kennedy, and truthfully, through the way that I live, I'm just gonna bump Dom Kennedy instead of bumping Larry June.
I can second that.
That's just that, and that's nothing against them. It's
I mean, I
just,
can play both.
Dom Kennedy's, Loki. I mean, I'm from the same area you guys are from, and I put Larry June above Dom Kennedy.
but when did you start listening to Dom Kennedy?
Shit.
But then,
since I got
like,
first
so-
introduced.
But I feel
And
like
what song? Like, see,
I feel like you're going back to the
first
go back
song,
to the nostalgia
the first
era.
song was that Pac Div song. What was that Pac Div song with the music video? They're throwing
Everybody knows
They're throwing
this.
the Jordans in the fire.
Oh, no, yeah,
trend,
it's
everyone knows.
Everybody knows
Yeah,
this.
'cause it's
So
in
you
the
picked them
100s
up when they did the 100s collab. So once again, if you
Harder.
didn't listen to Dom Kennedy when he dropped 25th Hour when he was serving all bars.
Hey,
If you didn't listen to,
Best
to
After
West
Bobby-
Side with Love
Best
1,
After Bobby was
Best
good
After
too.
Body, Future Sex,
no one
Drug
knows
Sounds.
what best. I always say that, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that?"
No, I'm the first to stand up for Dom Kennedy slander.
Not
because
Wait,
people
I got
are
another
Larry
PSA.
June
I
over
got-
DK.
I got another PSA.
It's just the lifestyle and like.
But that's him. That's
Now, how about this? Are you listening to Larry June now or Dom Kennedy now? If Larry June, if they
I'm
both
gonna
drop,
listen to, if I'm gonna sit and ride around slapping Larry June for the lifestyle, I'm gonna slap Dom Kennedy, who is everything Larry June is.
But it's different. It's like the new generation's Dom Kennedy, I guess.
I
for the
get it. What
PA.
Larry June got the
but
cars,
generation.
he got
I
the
take that as a diss though. I don't think that. No.
I feel like they're fucking both different, bro. Honestly,
I feel like they're both different too.
I do too.
personally think any rapper that talks about cars, clothing, and any of that, that just becomes a culture and that's the lifestyle. But everyone's living that, but they're living in their own way.
I think he does it better than Dom Kennedy. He talks about the lifestyle better than
hold
Dom
on.
Kennedy.
He's trying harder.
Here's my argument, and it goes to like what keeps flying around on Twitter, and they've been joking around with it. Larry June, you play Larry June, it's like turn off Larry June, you're scaring the hoes. You play Dom Kennedy, you're not scaring any hoes. A ton of hoes.
Yo, I respectfully, it's no disrespect to Larry June because he's
That is-
no,
hey,
no,
see
it's
that
big
is-
There's
respect.
no disrespect to Larry June.
it's big
Hey, but
respect to
I
what he
still
did.
have a feeling though that Larry June will get that status where he, like, you know,
Bro, low key, he's gained a lot of traction the past few years.
Yeah.
yeah,
Not
I don't know.
Dom K, not
Hey,
Dom K traction like in 20.
you want to know something though?
Because
You want to
he-
know something though? Because okay, Dom Kennedy had his era where he was making music, but his bad shit makes me kind of
Exactly.
fighting.
That's why I said right now.
Because Dom Kennedy's bad shit is bad shit.
Yeah,
that shit
but
is
all
garbage.
of Larry June's good shit is Dom Kennedy's good shit.
Nah,
But-
it's Larry June's good
Yeah,
shit.
no, I don't even want to argue because now I'm just thinking back. I'm like, yo, I fuck with Dom Kennedy.
Hey,
a
no,
lot.
no. See, you
like-
guys are manipulating.
I don't
you
wanna
guys just
pick a
want us to
side.
fight. Fucking, you want us to get viral and have artists fight each other.
I'm not. I'm
It's
not.
like-
I'm just saying.
I'm
Like,
just saying because your music, okay, I like music, bro. You fucking. You love it. You love music. I love music too. But you love music a different way I do. So when we talk about artists, you talk about how they fucking made it, bro. Like, all right, this guy was born in so and so. So, you know, you break this shit down to where it's like, bro, you don't even make music fun no more. You break
Kiddo
that shit.
kills music.
Yeah,
I
for
know.
reals, bro. Like,
Before you get Hudson's like playlist, he kicked you out the car already. He's like,
Yeah,
you don't
it's
make
like,
music.
look, for real.
hey, when it comes down to making music, you have to. Everyone's a product of their own environment. But when I hear their influence, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm not from the Bay, so if I'm
not
listen
either,
to
but, like,
a
that
Bay
shit's
Area
still cool
Dom
as hell.
Kennedy, I'm gonna listen to Dom Kennedy.
Where's Andrew at?
lifting weights
Speaking, Andrick
and eating a protein bar.
will like die on this cross too. He really thinks that if he were to set up a show, would like have Dom Kennedy play in like Whittier Pico, he's like, oh, to sell out. He's like, everybody.
But I feel like if you could bring Larry June to Pico and Whittier, he'll sell out
Come
too.
on, bro. Tell Larry June go make
Bro.
a Yellow album.
I guarantee you go stand on Whittier
See,
Boulevard.
but that's the thing, though. That's the thing. I feel like if Larry June was back then too, he'd be just as big. Look at that blog rap era is dude. Like
He
all
would
those,
thrive
everybody,
in that shit.
everybody who was in that era made like it was just fucking.
I mean, why do you think Dom Kennedy and Larry June make songs together, bro? They got like 10 songs.
Of course.
You know, same kind of vibe.
Because
I don't
it's
think
little
it's a
homie big.
disrespect type.
It's little homie big
I don't
homie.
even
They're
think
the
it's
same
a-
age, low
it's
key.
little-
Probably.
Yeah,
I get where you're coming from.
It's
It's
little
not a
homie, big
diss.
homie. It's
Nobody's
not a
dissing Larry
diss.
June. Larry June's like, he's tight. I would
And he's
just
put
much
in the
rather
work.
he-
And he's
listen
put in
to
the
Dom
work.
Kennedy. I don't hate Larry June. I fuck with I like the organic shit. I'm overweight as fuck, but I fuck with the organic shit. I can get down with it. Obviously, I don't listen to enough Larry June, but fuck it.
Nah, but I'm just saying, like, the way Kiddo breaks down music, it's like, bro, I don't even want to listen to that shit no more because every time I listen to music, I just hear like, because of him, bro. All this shit, like, he'll break down music and he's like, oh yeah, he plugged that wire in that outlet, bro. It's like, dog, like, let me listen to it and enjoy music.
Hey, but
That's what you do to music.
That's an artist, though.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's the
that's
same
what I'm
way-
saying.
Same way
You have-
Kobe's
yeah,
breaking down.
No,
the
that's what I'm
fucking-
saying. Because we
the
listen,
basketball,
but it's
right?
hard because
We
we
listen to music
listen
and
to
shit.
music differently than Kill listens to music.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So when we go to opinion about music, this fool breaks it down into every equations, bro.
And that-
Because I have to. I have
which
to.
is
I
cool,
have to.
and I respect that. But
But that's how I learn. Like I have to you need to, and that's also like from a music point of view is I need to be able to understand where another artist is coming from. Like I just have to, because if I don't, then when you start following, like if you start copying people, you don't know the essence of what their sound is. So it's like, yeah, I have to listen to it deeper so I know, oh fuck, do I sound like I'm copying this person? You know, or do I sound like, okay, well, what made him say this bar? Like, what makes this artist? What makes this rapper?
It's not that deep for me for Dom. Hey, a PSA, Dom Kennedy, you're my Ice Cube. You're my generation's Ice Cube. That's all I care about. You make real good, chill, laid back music for LA. I'm into it, and I guarantee you, if you stand on Whittier Boulevard with a big speaker and play Watermelon Sunday, ton of people
you can
pull
perform
up.
at the Northgate, bro. It'll be the
Yeah,
best
for
business
sure.
that
He'll
market's
sell the
ever had.
Northgate out real quick, bro. Real quick.
What's the Northgate?
Oh yeah, go to bro. You all those years you've been around Pico Rivera, you don't know what Northgate is? This is Staples Center, Pico Rivera. Staples Center.
It's an icon.
It's the icon, bro.
Bro, I just
You
know,
never got
I just
no
know
Bolita?
Paramount Boulevard up to what? What you
Beverly?
live off of, David?
You
Whittier.
can also find those Avenue hoodies
Whittier
at Northgate.
From Slauson to
at
Whittier.
the checkout, right?
I know
Yeah.
Pico Rivera from Slauson to Whittier. I know how to
It's on
get from the
Telegraph.
studio
So you know what Telegraph.
It's on
to David's
Telegraph.
house.
It's on Telegraph.
And anything between there is all I know. Other than that, I don't know.
Dang.
If you pass by, you'll be like, oh yeah, shit.
He's like, it's after the third pothole to the right. He goes awful with the potholes, man. All that taxes, get the roads going, man.
It's because of all the trucks out here.
Hey Hudson, when you're on, bro, I need to see you get back to the city, bro. Bring back the indoor swap meet.
Yeah, indoor swap meet. I want.
So you gonna leave your city behind, Hudson? You blow up?
Yeah, that's
Go to
how
Hawaii.
artists get
You go to
shot,
Hawaii.
bro. They don't leave their city behind out.
They gonna catch Hudson lacking at
Hey.
the gas station.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean,
Kmart.
hey, if your city isn't fucking with you,
But then
what's the
again,
whole
my
point?
city's not. Yeah, for real. Nobody even fucks with me, bro. So
They're about to come back.
Hey,
bro.
yeah.
You get the most city love.
Hudson's a one-trick
I have to
pony.
force
Hudson's a
that
one-trick-
shit though, bro. I have to force people to like me.
Hudson is literally
Like,
like
oh, you better fucking like me.
a Pico Rivera superstar. You probably can't even go to Walmart without getting asked for a picture.
Yeah, Northgate.
Shit, he can't hit locker room without people asking when the
Sheesh.
pins dropping.
Bro, no one's ever asked me that stupid ass
Yo, are you
question, bro.
5'6" no cap?
5'6" no cap.
Whatever, haters.
Why you say no cap? You're not even from
5'6"
That's not
pushing
even in
P.
your vocab.
I'm breaking it down. Science.
5'6" pushing P.
Jeez.
I don't push P. I don't even know what that means to this day.
We don't-
Anyway,
we don't push B, we only chase love. Yo,
Yeah.
but that is, kiddo, get us out of here. Episode 2, no hooks.
That's fucking funny.
Sheesh, kiddo, you got something to play for us? Some chasing love?
Chasing butt crack.
No.
Nah,
Get us out of here. Get us out of here.
no previews. We have nothing.
You got 50 songs on deck.
Yeah, you gotta get the next
I
two
drove all the way.
seasons.
I drove all the way to Vegas. Said I'll play my own shit there and back.
I do.
I'm bragging about I quit across the globe and I put on my music, but I don't have nothing to play now.
They're ear ready for him and not for us. We get it. You get it.
Facts. This dude is at Coney Island eating a hot dog, bro, listening to his music.
Be fucking for real, dude. Don't be fronting, bro. Just cause I have the camera on you. Hey, hey,
Some shit Buddy was get on.
hey. There's some shit I'll get on.
Go ahead.
Put me in a stew.
Go.
I like beef stew in the stew.